Good afternoon and welcome to Dream Team Tonic deadline stream ahead of game week 28 with myself and Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. It's nice to have a little bit more time to think about things. Although you've been rushed off your feet anyway, eh?
Yeah. Busy morning. Helping my sister move into a new flat. Helping my dad get a mattress and then doing football training for the kids as well. So it's been hectic.
Blimey. It's been a bit better than at least, I think, the last couple of weeks, hasn't it? It's gone Friday deadline to having like barely any time straight from work to last week was Saturday morning and now a little bit more time. So Hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit more chilled out this week. Right, let's go straight into the questions. But before we do, help us out by dropping a like on the stream. And I think you might have to be subscribed anyway to use the chat. So subscribers only on the chat as well. So hit that subscribe button if you want to get a question in. We've also got the captaincy poll on the go. And it's a tight one. Can you see it or not yet? If not, I'll get you to guess it.
No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to.
Don't look. Who do you reckon's top?
I bet it's recency bias. So it'll be Bruno.
It is Bruno 35. Salah and Haaland both on 29.
What was Bruno, sorry?
Bruno 34. It keeps
That's
changing
quite
actually.
close.
The votes are coming in quite quick, but not far off being 30% each really. Bruno just edging it. Are you leaning towards Bruno?
I am at the moment, but
You sounded that way. You sounded that way on the pods at the start of the week before we'd scored the hat trick, didn't you? So
yeah.
Against your club.
Yeah. Win-win situation for me.
I am leaning Haaland. I feel like Salah is the safer pick for the reason you said about the 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Potentially, anyway.
Potentially, yeah.
But I don't know. I just got a feeling I like Haaland for this week, potentially the fixture. I know Brighton are doing really well, but I do feel like they'll come out a little bit more than the likes of Forest last week.
Yeah.
Trusted my gut a little bit last week, didn't I? And it went all right, so maybe start going with the gut feeling a bit more. Let's do some questions. Michael Hodson is up first. He says, good afternoon. He's got Martinez, Virgil van Dijk, Trent, Timber, Rogers, Bruno, Diaz, Palmer, Watkins, Salah, Haaland. Watkins and Trent out for Kluivert and Vardiol. Not any arguments really there.
Yeah, decent.
We were just saying that I don't actually think... I think Vardiol's a really good pick, but I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet this week.
Yeah.
It's kind of... it's mostly forced, isn't it, because of Trent. If Trent was okay, we'd probably keep Trent, wouldn't we, I think?
Yeah, I would have probably moved on an extra Villa player. But yeah, Vardio can score, and obviously Man City can get a clean sheet at home, but Brighton have been on form, so it's more for the next game week when they play in Leicester and who's the other one? Bournemouth. So yeah, double game week next week as well.
Yeah, if we were looking in, if you take the blankers out, or if you take two blankers out from Villa this week, you potentially end up with with one less doubler the week after, which is a bit of a downside. If you have got another blanker you can take out. I've got Alisson, and I think he still could blank as well, so a bit of a nightmare. But at least you know Vardiol should start free.
Yeah.
Jen, 3 blankers. Who have you got in goal? So have you got Rogers, and who have you got blanking at the moment in your team?
Rogers and Rashford.
Rashford. Jen's got 3. Trent, Munoz, Asensio. Ooh. Also have Neto, who's rubbish. The same as you, eh?
Yeah.
And so thinking Trent to Aina. Was on Vardiol, but I think Aina will get the clean sheet more than Vardiol. Neto to Kluivert, or a Forest mid. Which one, though? Yeah, I probably agree that I reckon Forest probably got better clean sheet potential this week with Ipswich. away. But still, Vardiol is almost an attacker, isn't he? I suppose Iron's quite attacking.
You can get bonus points as well, Aina, can't he? I still just prefer Vardio, though.
Yeah, it seems like a familiar pick, isn't it? We've done it a few times and it's been okay. Who would you go for? Do you like Cliver or Forest mid? Who would your favourite Forest mid be?
I prefer Cliver because he's on penalties and he has 2 really good fixtures in the next 3. And obviously they can score against Man City as well. Bournemouth will have a good game against Man City, I think, in the cup.
Yeah, 3 home games as well, isn't it? For Bournemouth, that's nice.
Yeah.
We see from Bruno as well how big the difference pens can make to a game week. Just gives you that little extra bit of chance. I think I like Talanga or Gibbs White, but I don't like them more than Cliver, I don't think. Josh, one of our channel members, good morning. Another decision, Trent to Vardiol or Aina, or Rodgers to a City/Forest midfielder. I've cooled down on the City mids now, I think. I was really feeling it at the start of the week, wasn't I, on our pod? But I think with the Trent injury as well, I don't want to risk having another blank. Like, if they don't end up starting, I'm already risking having, I don't know, Alisson and a Villa blank. If they end up not starting this single, I'd have barely any players. So I think I'm just going to go away from the City mids. But we might get a leak. I did the stream last week, didn't I? And I think there was a leak about 2 minutes before the deadline. So it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
Would you like out of that option?
Yeah, I like the Vardio. And if it was out of City and Forest, I think I'd still go Foden. I just think that Leicester fixture next week as well is nice to have him in there for that double game week. Obviously, he's got the chance of being rotated, but I think Clivert's probably just pips them, the City and Forest players for me.
Would you be Foden ahead of like a Savinho or Doku as well?
Yeah, definitely. Just more attacking, more chance of scoring goals. I can't trust Savinho or Doku myself, especially in a single game week. They might not even play. I think Foden's got more chance of starting.
Yeah, I was looking at actually into the Foden stats because he'd been a bit underwhelming. And then, do you know on FF stuff, you can look at the PPM. He'd hit like 7 PPM so many times. If he'd have just like got 1 extra mark, we'd be saying, oh, he's hitting bonus so regularly. So, yeah, maybe we're being a bit harsh. Ryan, what sounds best? Trent and Digne out for Aina and Vardiol. Or keep Digne, take out Nkunku for Haaland. I'd want Haaland if I didn't have him this week.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you want Haaland back in, but
2 blanking defenders.
You're keeping a blank, aren't you? Probably would go for the Haaland move just to get him in place. But yeah, you're going to be a player down. You're going to have a blank there. But Digne's going to double up next week, hopefully, unless Maatsen plays twice. As Maatsen plays one of the games. It's the only problem with the Villa left backs.
I still think, I'd do what I can to get Haaland back in. Because I feel like there's every chance that the defenders, if you're getting an extra defender or replacing a defender, they're not going to do that well. Like the ceiling, if Haaland does go off, probably more than covers the blanking defender, I reckon. I'd probably do it that way. Yeah, I think I would do it that way, reluctantly have a couple extra blanks. Morning, Billy. Really don't know what to do. Rodgers, Trent and Watkins. That's the same 3 blankers as me. At the moment, it's Rodgers and Watkins out. Doku and Savinho. Oh, that's the one I really liked. That's the combo I liked with, but it meant keeping like Trent blanking. But it's like what I said earlier, like keep an eye on leaks, but it's not completely out of the question that you end up with a blank out of one of them 2, is it?
Yeah. I think I'd keep Rodgers and get rid of Trent and Watkins. Rodgers will double next week.
Yeah, Watkins pulled out the England squad as well, didn't he, with that knee injury? He went off at half time. So it'd be annoying if you held him and then found out that you had to take him out again anyway.
Yeah.
Say he doesn't recover.
But yeah, I'm not keen on them two. Yeah, they're good for bonus and chances created and that, but I don't know. Just they're not consistent. Pep can pull them out, and it's a single game week, so you might end up with a blank anyway.
Yeah, I did really like it. And if you took two out of the three, say you thought they were going to both start 2 out of the next 3 games, I think it could be worthwhile. But it's just this first week, if they end up not getting the Brighton game, and then you've got even more blankers, and then you fall behind, how much are you actually going to claw back the week later? Maybe go for one. If you can go for one of them, maybe if we get a leak towards the end and you know which one's starting, you could just spread the risk a little bit. Maybe take out a Trent. Afternoon, Miss Noopy. Afternoon, Gary Walker. Phil. Same for many of us. Who do you transfer out if you've got Watkins, Rodgers, Trent? I think we covered it really. Two transfers.
Yeah, like Villa keep doubling after this blank, don't they? So you can gain fixtures back by keeping the Villa players. Liverpool singling for a while now with them being out of the Champions League.
He didn't sound that confident either, did he, Slot? He said he was like definitely out of the final, but then he said we hope to have him back by the end of the season or before the end of the season. He could have said, "Oh, we hope to have him back after the international break," or "We hope to have him for the stretch." I don't know. It didn't sound great, I didn't think. Got a super chat come in. Cheers, Adam. Keeping Munoz and Asensio for the double game week. Swapped out Watkins and Trent for Haaland and Dalot. What are your thoughts? Currently 3,575th overall. I think they're the two I'd want to keep if I had them.
Yeah.
How good's Asensio been, man?
Yeah, really good, man. Was he free? He's had 3 doubles in. You know what I mean? Scored 2 goals in the game.
7 goals in 5, I think they said. Oh, have I lost you there?
The other 2 are injured, didn't they? So possibly Watkins could be injured as well. So yeah, I'm not sure about Dalot though. I mean, his fixtures are okay. Yeah, never really considered Dalot, but yeah, it could be all right. But Forest, it's a single next week away at Forest. I think Man U will be a tough game for them there. And obviously they've got Man City and Lyon after that. They've got the extra fixtures in 30 and 31, but they're not nice fixtures. So this more like a 1 week punt if you wanted anyone. You'll get a price rise as well, won't you? Because you scored.
Yeah, got that 10-pointer against Sociedad. I don't mind it as like a longer term play if you was going to hold him, but I think like you say, sure, I'd fancy. I know we keep saying Vardiol now to death, but at least I think you're going to get 3 games out of him versus 2 of Dalot. I think both will have Leicester in that run, won't they? Out of the next 3.
Yeah,
I prefer Vardiol. I think that'd be the only change I'd make if you can afford to do that. I think, but yeah, Munoz and Asensio I think are going to be really popular for the week after. I'm thinking about bringing Munoz into my team.
I think you got to look at these 2 game weeks as a block, like 28 and 29, and see how many points you get for it with your 4 transfers, or depending if you've got more than that. But
and it might be like that pairing for the week after. So if you're for game at 29, if you're bringing in 2 players, if you bring in 2 Palace, you're not. Well, I suppose they are going to have their double, aren't they? In 31.
Yeah, 31. Yeah.
But if you do go for Villa, you're going to get the 2 doubles. Yeah, I think that looks all right, but maybe swap Dalot. But yeah, trust your gut if you think Dalot's going to do well this week. Cheers, mate. Nick Perry. Afternoon after Cole Palmer disaster class last week. Captain for me. I'm following the crowd. Mate, I don't know where the crowd is. Following the crowd this week, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice and split this week.
I mean, it's just opened up a little bit more for Bruno now. 40% on Bruno. 27 Salah. 28 Haaland. I thought Salah... My opinion, I thought Salah would probably be nearer 50 and then I thought Haaland and Bruno might share it. That's what I thought at the start of the week. Yeah, that surprised me, Bruno. He has been on fire though, hasn't he?
Yeah. Carrying that team.
I couldn't believe how many shots on target as well he's been having. Like, I was looking at his returns because obviously I'm weighing up not going with Bruno. But yeah, he's getting points from absolutely everything at the moment. Whereas with Haaland, you do think it is goal or nothing, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, and then Salah's just Salah, isn't it? I don't think he's ever a bad pick. Do you think he's going? What do you reckon on the cup final? What sort of game do you see that being?
I think it'll be quite a tight game, but yeah, I think Liverpool might pip it.
I do think they'll win it.
I can't see many goals.
Started to get players back as well, weren't they, now, Newcastle? I know Hall is going to be out for it. But Joe Linton's back. I think their midfield's quite decent, isn't it? Yeah. Crowd pick seems to be Bruno this week, but that's just in this poll. I mean, it could be a fair bit tighter by the end. Good afternoon to Connor in the chat. Oh, a reminder, actually, that's just reminded me because Connor's a pro darts player. We've got our meetup on the 5th of April. If anyone fancies coming along to that in Leeds, meeting around midday.
Yep.
A Weatherspoons called Weatherspoon. I think it's near the station. So yeah, if you fancy that, come along. Anyone's welcome.
We're going for darts, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why I said Con's pro darts player. We're off to Flight Club in the evening as well. Yeah, he's been smashing it. Got a new dartboard he has. Been practicing. Swifty. I've got Trent, Asensio, Watkins. Need to get rid of. I'm thinking Watkins for Haaland. I'm surprised how many people haven't already got Haaland, but I suppose it was Forest last week and it paid off, didn't it? Only 2 points. Actually, did you
I sold Haaland last week.
I'm guessing you're bringing him back then.
I'm bringing him back this week, yeah.
Watkins for Haaland and Trent for Gabriel. I'm leaving Asensio in. So going for one of the Arsenal defenders. Chelsea home this week.
Yeah, it's a
longer term play.
Longer term play, and you get the doubles, don't you, through 30 and 31 and 33. Yeah, but I still think Gvardiol for the next 2 game weeks is a little bit better. But if you're looking longer term, you just want to put someone in and leave him there, yeah, it's a good move.
It's always got threat as well.
Yeah.
Just we've got the doubles, but it's bloody Real Madrid, isn't it? Great double. Drizzle, morning. Sean Smith, Son to replace Watkins. Son to replace Watkins. If not him, then who? You got Chris Wood. When he the most transferred in? Let's have a little update on the top transfers for the week. Chris Wood is the most transferred in player on the game at the moment. You can have a look at it on the normal Dream Team page. So he's an option. We'll have an extra game over Son, won't he? Well, not this week, but next week.
Yeah, possibly play in the FA Cup because now it's the quarterfinals. They might start playing the first team because they've been playing. What was his name again? Awoniyi, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, could be decent. That would. Son's only got a single for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I think I prefer Wood, but yeah, if you want to go for a midfielder, maybe Clive there.
Dodgy lineups as well from Spurs, and there a few of them lately. Was it Odebear started ahead of him last week? Obviously, we had the European.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah, good point. Yeah. And then Son played in the Europa, but Odebert scored 2, didn't he?
He's doing well, actually. We were joking, weren't we, about bringing him in at one point. Never serious, but he's actually done all right. Drizzle, afternoon. Joe Cook, afternoon. Murat, hello everyone. Yes, it's a tight one to choose between Haaland and Bruno. He keeps dipping up and down. Bruno only 39% at the minute. It keeps changing. Drizzle's kept Watkins. All right, Charlie. Is this Guess Who Club? Tom, NFFC. I think I'm going for Wood as the captain for Watkins, leaving Rodgers in and Trent out for Aina.
That's a Forest fan there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I see the name. I don't think there's anything wrong with it though, do you?
No.
Like it's a single game week, isn't it? Like
it might be good for Forest because Ipswich have to win to stay up. Forest can just sit back, soak it up, counter attack, and score a couple of goals. I do fancy Forest to win, but they'll just he always says, doesn't he? We keep the clean sheet and then we go from there. So the manager of Forest.
I do think like we're talking about a captaincy poll, like we've just said Salah, Bruno, Haaland, but I mean this week I think Kluivert could do really well, Chris Wood could do really well. There's quite a few. I've seen someone say they'll captain Evan Nielsen. I think there's plenty of opportunities to go different this week. Still, doesn't have to be the 3 that's in the poll. Yeah, I like that.
Any leaks yet, mate?
Let's have a look. It's too early. They hold it back. They just hold it back to the last second so that they can say they got it right. But you ain't got time to react to it. Someone said on Twitter, what time will you leak the City team to FPL Tony? But he said, DM me on Patreon.
City Extras put on a video of Phil Foden scoring the match winner against Brighton in 2021.
I was actually watching. I watched the City games. I like to do this sometimes when I'm convincing myself on a captain. I was watching back the last the reverse leg.
Yeah,
where Haaland scored and hit the post, and then I think the season before was the one where he just got on the end of a pass all the way straight through from Edison. Just got an assist for him. Yeah, I'm just seeing that now, that Foden goal. Brighton are a good side, though, aren't they? They're doing really well at the minute. Oh, Charlie joined 4 hours in a hotel lobby waiting for a bus to the airport. Not down the pub, Charlie. You got plenty of time. Just don't miss the flight. Murat was going to take out Eze for Kluivert, but with the Watkins injury taking him out, yeah, hold Eze then, and he'll be all right, won't he? Eze's a good pick for the following week.
Yeah.
In the England squad, though, as long as he gets through it. George Bristow. I recognise that name. He's doing really well.
He's a darts player, isn't he? Bristow? Eric Bristow?
Yeah, he's on. I'm pretty sure he's on. I've seen him on Twitter, and I think he's 4th in the overall leaderboard. Let us know if that's you, George. Absolutely smashing it. Bruno will probably range between 4 to 13 points. Will Haaland outscore that? If he scores, I think he will. If he don't score, he's probably going to blank. That's the only downside on Haaland, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think Bruno might get the extra points to equal to like 2 goals. Haaland's bonus. Yeah, Haaland's going to score like 2 goals for me to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, that's fair. Evan Nielsen or Semenyo, if you had to choose out of the two?
Semenyo. Semenyo's more nailed. I think Evan Nielsen could get minutes taken off him with Django on the bench, or Django might start and he might come off the bench. Semenyo seems to play 90 minutes most games. And he's a bonus magnet.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Couple here. Our mate Dave. Can someone summarise what's been said so far?
Right, Dave?
Missed the first half hour. One of our channel members. Basically, Trent out for Vardio or Aina. Captain who's your gut, because it's quite a close split. And Trent and Watkins seems like the combo to take out and leave an Asensio or Rogers or one that you know is healthy in, maybe. That's the best summary I can do.
George says that's him, indeed, on the fourth on the leaderboard. Well done.
Flying, George, flying. Well played, mate. It's really quite close up there. And I think, I'm pretty sure quite a lot of the top players are like on Twitter, quite active on there as well. I've seen a few people posting some really, really good ranks. So well played, guys. Good afternoon, Matthew. Daniel Fox also captaining Chris Wood. Tom Fairburn. I think Bruno's the safer pick. He's more than likely going to get at least 9 or 10 points without attacking returns. Yeah. Can't disagree. I think he does. Rarely blanks. Then he did have that one against Sociedad.
Yeah.
In the first leg, a 2-pointer. But other than that, it's been like double digits for about 6 weeks, I think. 9, 9, 16, 11, 15, 2, 13, 26. Well, it was the start of the season, wasn't it, with Bruno, where we were saying, he's been a bit underwhelming compared to usual, wasn't it? And now he's third highest scoring player in the game. It's happened well quick. Callum, is Wood, Haaland, Salah. What's your opinion for captaincy? Ben's on Bruno. There's a lot of love for Bruno. I like Haaland. I kind of just think that, I know Brighton have been really, really good, but I kind of just feel like it's a bit more of a higher line game that he might do all right in, but it's just a gut feeling, really.
Wood? Haaland. I think Haaland just over Salah and then Wood for me.
It's pretty much, is that what the chat's saying? 38% Bruno, 27 Haaland, and Salah's gone up to 30. But probably not that much in it. Air Geordie, with international break, Trent should be back for Everton. Only missing this week. Not really worth the transfer. We don't know, do we? He has got time to recover, potentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at the fixtures, they're nice for Liverpool, but they single quite the way, don't they, all the way through. The only way they're going to get are they going to get a double? Let's have a double check. Liverpool play Tottenham in the FA Cup semi-final week. And Tottenham's out of the cup, and they say they won't be doubling there, so they don't double at all way through now. So that's why it's just worth to move him on and get a doubler in, because they're going to keep doubling and doubling.
I've just seen Marmouche starts for Man City. If you can try and piece together
instead of Haaland.
Oh, bloody hope not.
Panic stations.
Yeah, I better check my Vice, actually, should I? You got your Vice on?
I've got it on Haaland at the minute.
I've got my Vice on Salah. I think I would have gone Haaland or then Salah this week. So yeah, Marmouche apparently starting. But, I mean, that could be behind Haaland. It could be on the left. We don't know. Pickles and Brie. Would you rather put in a defender with an FA Cup game in mind or a defender with the European games in mind? I know I'm going to want to transfer out whoever I put in that doesn't double in game week 30. What'd you do? You said, didn't you? Vardio.
Yeah, I go Vardio, and then you got the double next week, and then you can sell him in 30 and bring in a European playing defender.
Yeah, that's what I think. I do think I'm going to bring Munoz in at some point with that double this week and then the 31. But I don't know what They're going to be hard games, though, aren't they? The European ones still. So you either go for a doubler in Arsenal and then think, are they actually going to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid? I think the actual Europa League and Conference might be a better shout.
The Arsenal run's lovely though in the league, isn't it?
In the
After
league.
Chelsea, then they've got Fulham, Everton, Brentford, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. They could get clean sheets in all them. So it just complements that European game.
And there won't be any messing around like from Arsenal. That
Like Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea have all been rotating in the Europa.
Yeah, I still think even like with Liverpool basically winning it, I think Arteta's still going to go strong. 5 points behind me.
Above you.
Above me. Abdul 5 points above on the leaderboard. Looks like I'm coming after you. Yeah. Haaland. He's come breathing down your neck. Pickles and Brie. Bruno's played Leicester 3 times this season and scored 3, assisted 3. Don't remind him. He's been through enough this season. That's pretty good, isn't it? One of them was that corrupt Maguire assist.
Yeah, that should have gone to extra time, that game.
Corruption. Do you not reckon Bruno might be a bit knackered? He's played a lot of minutes.
He's always plays, doesn't he? Never not plays.
Stefan gone for Pedro for Watkins and Aina for Trent. That's differential. I liked the Pedro pick, but I did think the City fixture was a little bit tough this week. But he's on pens, isn't he? I think he'll start. I think he starts all 3. Welbeck fit.
I don't trust Pedro. He'd probably start, but they've got other options, haven't they? Brighton have got so many attacking options; they could just change it.
It's not him, is it? It's the Brighton managers. They're hipster. They're always trying to mess about with it, don't they? This happens to me every time I've ever gone for João Pedro. He either gets benched or ends up playing wing back or something silly. I don't mind it though. Gibbs White or Semenyo? Quick fire.
Semenyo.
Yeah.
Come on, I thought you said quick fire.
Sorry. Some people on FPL streams are saying Wood is injured. I think it's rubbish. Yeah, I don't know. We're not high profile enough to get the inside information. Are they transferring Wood out? That'll be the giveaway. I've not got Wood on this, but I've got Wood on FPL. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'll leave him in there. I've not heard anything. Chris Wood or Marmoush? Oh, if Marmoush is starting, I'd go Marmoush.
I think I still go Chris Wood.
Would you?
Yeah.
I like Marmoush.
Just don't want players in my team and just like, is he going to start this week?
I know what you mean.
Field.
You know, if you get Wood, you're just going to leave him there, aren't you, for 2 weeks?
And it's like you're not booking transfers in, but you just know that that's going to be something that's going to cause you a problem later down the line. So obviously City got better chance of scoring goals than Forest, but I don't know. I just prefer Wood. He's on penalties as well.
Junior, morning all. Got 138 points. Kirkes and Rogers for Evan Nilsson, Trent. Oh, hang on. Which way round is that? Either way, you're bringing in a blanker here.
Kirkes is suspended for the FA Cup as well.
Yeah. I mean, if that's Kirkes and Rogers out for Evan Nilsson and Trent, don't bring Trent in because he's injured.
Makes no sense, that message, does it?
Yeah, not sure.
Send it again, mate.
Yeah. But don't bring Kirkes in and don't bring Trent in.
Yeah.
Nick Perry, Trent to Aina, Rogers to Clivert. Wanted to bring in Wood for captain, but Trent injury more of a priority. Leaves me with no blankers, maybe an Alisson benching. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Steve. I think Steve went Rice last week. Morning, lads. Going for Watkins and Rogers out for Wood and Clivert. Captain Bruno. Decent.
We got a super chat.
Right, Phil. Thanks for the super chat. Trent to Vardio or Aina? I think we're both Vardio. Then Watkins to Foden / Doku. Or Gibbs White.
You know, I'm Foden.
You're Foden, aren't you?
Yeah.
I keep flip-flopping. We've not had any leaks on who else starts yet. Only Marmouche is the only one that's come through.
Yeah.
I was preferring Doku, to be honest, but without knowing he starts, he could be disappointed. And then Doku has been playing on that left side, and Marmouche can do it. So I think if I had Doku in my team now and I did see Marmouche starts, he's either going to be sort of behind Haaland, isn't he, or he's going to be out on the left. So I think I would probably get cold feet on Doku. So Foden, reluctantly.
It's the Leicester fixture next week as well.
Yeah, that's in the second one of next game week. $15 minutes. Should we just quickly check we're locked in? I'll check the poll again. Right. Rogers to Clivert, Trent to Vardio, with a plan to go Erdegaard to Asensio next week, and then Marmouche to Haaland the following game week. I do think... I know Marmouche to Haaland... Oh, wait, who else has he got? Rashford, Salah. Wait and see how Marmouche does, I suppose. Holding Rashford for the week after.
Rogers to Clivert and Trent to Vardio. I just think Rogers is more nailed than Rashford, though.
That's a good point.
Has he got? Did you say he got Haaland?
No, he hasn't got Haaland, so he's looking at doing Marmouche out to Haaland next week.
I'd bring Haaland in for Rashford.
What, this week or next week?
This week.
Yeah, if you can afford to.
Rogers.
Yeah, if you can afford to get Haaland this week, I'd probably try and do it that way round. You never know with Marmouche. He does well today, and then you're not going to want to take him out, are you? And he's going to have a double City attack would be quite nice. Yeah, Ina from Forest, another taker. Yeah, I think him and Vardy best two to replace Trent. You locked in? Got your team done?
Double check now.
Where's the poll at? Bruno 39. I think it's going to stay pretty close. 300 votes, so not much is swinging it. Haaland 26, Salah 30. I'm on the least owned.
You panicking yet?
Nah. Ice in the veins. Different story. I was saying, like, it's horrible when it's going to be horrible that he's the 3 p.m, isn't it? And then the other two Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's going to be a horrible watch. I think I might not watch it.
Bruno's the last game of the weekend. The weekend, Sunday, late night.
Yeah. You're going to have that hope. Whatever happens, you're going to have that hope the whole week. Whereas
I don't want him to score. I'd rather he didn't score.
Well, even if you capped him?
Yeah, even I don't care. I'd rather Leicester beat Man United than my captain come in.
Samuel, hello boys. I need to take Watkins and Rogers out. Unsure who to put in instead of them. Top of my work dream team league, but the guy in second is closing in. Yeah, I think the general consensus has been Watkins out, keep Rogers. If you're only two blankers, if they were his only two blankers and say he didn't have Trent, would you take them both out? Get two playing players in?
Yeah.
and then bring Rodgers back maybe the week after.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd bring in Haaland or something like that. So you bring in someone who's got 3 fixtures over the next 2 game weeks. So you got like Clivert, Foden for your midfielder, Haaland, Wood for striker.
The only other thing the reason I quite liked taking Watkins out this week is if the following week, like say you bring in a Chris Wood and you've already got Haaland and you've got Salah, you're probably not going to take Wood out next week. You're probably committed to Wood and you're not going to take Salah, Haaland out. So then next week, say Mateta, we hear he's back or Watkins is back and fully fit, you've at least got the option to get him back. I feel like if you go for another striker this week, you kind of block yourself off maybe. That's the only thing. All right, Bradley. Trent out for Aina, Rodgers out for Wood. Yeah. No issues. The Wood thing I just mentioned though as well. That's the only thing. As long as you're happy with Wood for the next 2 weeks, might get an Aina assist to Wood. Yeah, it's good. George, the upside of Clivert over the next 2 game weeks more luring than Vardiol. Yeah, that is what we said, wasn't it? We actually think that we were chatting about this before we came on, but Vardiol actually doesn't seem like that high upside for this week. If you could make the midfield or attack moves, it feels a bit better. But then it's just, does it set you back a move for doublers next week, possibly?
If I didn't have a Trent injury, I think I would have brought Clivert in this week.
Yeah, I would have just left Trent and done 2 midfield. I think I probably would have done the 2 that are out and then 2 back in.
First year playing as well in top 4 leaderboard. Brilliant.
First year for George. Nice. Yeah. Well played. Right, let's pick a few out now. 10 minutes to go, so I'll pick out ones that we haven't already covered. Air Geordie saying Salah famous for going missing in finals. Captain Bruno. Rodders, Bruno all day. Haaland has a blinder though. Tony Stark. Is that right? Trent 100% not playing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Slot said. I can't remember what the quote was. But yeah, look up on Twitter, but it did basically say it. Fabrizio Romano yesterday. Trent Alexander-Arnold will miss the cup final against Newcastle due to injury. Arnie Slot confirms. And then the quote was, we do expect him back by the end of the season. So, don't sound promising. What's this one? Louis. All the best this weekend. I'm back in City this weekend to do me a favour in Kusanov and Haaland. Already got Doku and Vardiol. Top of my league, 50 quid a man, 9 teams. Come on, boys. Yeah, I'm back in City. Come on.
Yeah, just be careful because when you're if you're bothered about Europe, because it's hard fixtures for the Champions League, and obviously they do rotate in Europa, but you might get stuck with a lot of City players there, and they're only going to be single game weeks.
Yeah.
Well, if next week when Man City play Bournemouth and Villa plays Preston, if one of them wins, then that game in 33 will be a blank and possibly moved into 32, or it could be moved into 35. So, could be a double game week later on, but then a blank.
I just got another leak come up and then it refreshes and went away.
Did it?
I don't know how trustworthy these are. I haven't seen these actually. FPL Louis, Haaland, Marmouche, Savinho, all with a tick. Obviously take it with a pinch of salt though. Because they're not on my list. Jeff, great lad, great pod as always. Is it time to get Palmer out? I think there's bigger worries this week, don't you?
Yeah.
Could easily.
Hold him.
I don't think it's a great fixture, but in a week where people have got blankers, at least you know he plays, don't you? Would you choose Wood over Haaland for captaincy or stick with Salah?
I think the Wood transfer is differential enough without making him your captain.
Yeah, I'd be choosing. I think the pulse says it all. It's really, really close. I think so. I think just go with your gut. I thought Salah was actually the safest one to go for, personally, but I do agree. Bruno just seems to be immune from blanks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Dream Team Jord, another one I'm pretty sure is smashing it on the leaderboard. Also on Twitter, he's third. Cool, come on, got a fight going on now in the chat. Cards close to your chest. I think there could be mind games going on here with these two. No idea what to do this game week. No idea. He's in third. No idea. Trent and Watkins out. Not sure who to bring in. We've covered it, but good luck.
Yeah.
You two having a showdown. 6 minutes to go. Quick refresh. Checking the Discord. If you want in on the Discord, hit the join button. Become a channel member.
No leaks yet, is there? Apart from that Man City one.
I only had the Marmouche one.
Yeah.
Ben, any key players out for Leicester? Dave is asking.
No, same team as last week. Ricardo's back, which is good.
5 at the back?
I think he will go 5 at the back again. Should do, because they played a lot better with 5 at the back. Keep it tight and then try and nick a goal. Had a couple of chances. So, yeah. Some wonder goal from the little rat, Cucurella. Finished us off in the end, but yeah, it was decent.
Well, we got 5 minutes to go. Do we know how Gakpo is? No.
No news on Gakpo.
He came on off the bench, didn't he, against PSG? So I'm sure he's fine. Pretty sure he did. I'm not that confident he'll start though, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he'd rest him for the break.
Yeah, he came off the bench. Does Foden start today? We don't know. Not seen anything. Do I keep Marmouche now and replace Trent? Yeah, if Marmouche is starting, keep him.
Definitely.
Savio, FPL Tony. Is this the real one? Yeah, FPL Tony's got a tick on Savio. I'm not changing now. I'm sticking. I do think he's a good shout. Mark Edwards, I know of Vardiol. We're both going Vardiol.
Yep.
Dean, don't bring Kirkes in. He's suspended for the FA Cup.
Yep.
Unless you
And
want him to.
Huyson is as well, isn't he?
Yeah. The chat had let him know as well. Ben, just for a spanner in the works with that answer.
What?
With your team, or Leicester team. Savinho starts, FPL Tony. Isak captain for the final as a differential. I wouldn't, but you got to play your own game, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think if you're going to take a chance this week, single game week.
I think it's nice just having him in your team for this game.
Yeah, loads of saying Savinho starts. Yeah, you're right. He's going to be a differential, isn't he? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to use Max Captain this week, but can't do it with only 10 players. It's not. It'd be all right, wouldn't it? It's smaller swings.
I wouldn't
do
it.
Single.
Max Captain this week? No way. Single game week. Now City Extra are using FPL Tony as their source. So they've put Savinho starts on Man City against Brighton via FPL Tony. I've never seen that before with City Extra. Usually they put their own stuff out.
Or like official.
2
Right.
minutes.
I'm staying on Haaland cap. Although we've not had the leaks that he's starting. But I hope he is.
Scrolling Twitter here trying to find something. I can't. Nothing.
Yeah, Amelia's saying that FPL Tony did get it wrong the other day, but
Ooh.
I think he's he's been right more than he's been wrong, hasn't he? He's one of the reliable ones. We locked in 2 minutes, people. Jake Jones says Haaland's starting. I'm not even verifying it, but I believe him. Jake, you sound trustworthy. Oh, yeah, I've just seen that now. Just seen he is starting. Let's go, Haaland. Quickly, check your teams. Don't want to hear anyone saying it didn't go through. Drizzle, that's not nice. He's saying Haaland's blanking.
How dare you?
Drizzle gives me thumbs up on all my videos, and now he's coming and dropping that in the chat.
Drizzle kicks.
Potato hates this last part of the game. Yeah, I hate it. And then there's always that you pass the deadline and then you refresh it and then it's not updated. And then eventually it is.
Even if we get a leak now, it's too late to do anything.
Yeah. Dino says Bruno's the banker. He loves playing Leicester. What did we finish up on the captaincy? 37% Bruno. What do you reckon? Sorry.
I was going to say FPL leaks, but this one looks dodgy. It says Marmoush, Haaland, Lewis, Savio, Guardiola, Vardiol and Doku start, but I don't know if it's a real thing. Been reposted a few times.
No, I've not seen it.
It's only got nearly 2,000 followers. Deadline has passed. What's your moves then?
Right. Let's see. Just get the screen share going. Well, let's refresh it. So I just done Trent out for... Oh, hang on, wrong week. Trent out for Vardiol. And then swapped Ollie Watkins for Clivert this week. I think he'll be all right. And then, Rodgers stays for the double next week. Can you move to next week? Yeah, Rodgers stays for the double. Then decision to make for that week. Haaland as the captain, though, this week. Be bringing 2 doublers in for 2 singles, I think, next week. But yeah, looks like I'm in the differential captaincy camp this week.
How many doublers have you got for next week?
For next week, so I'll have Vardiol, Rodgers, Clivert, Haaland, which is 4, plus another 2, so I'll be on 6.
Decent. I'll have 5 for next week. I wanted to bring Clivert in for Rodgers, but decided to just keep Rodgers because he's doubles next week and carries on doubling for a few weeks after that. So, gone for Vardiol, took Trent out with the injury and got rid of Rashford and brought in Haaland for the next 2 game weeks.
Got to be in, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah. Anything on the FF stuff yet?
No, I'll check it. I don't think it updated last week on the deadline. Let's have a look. No doubt the whole team will come out now, won't it, for C? No, top transfers is not done yet. Game week captains.
No.
Foden benched, Jake is saying. This reminded me of what's the surely Harden can't blank for 2 games in a row. He can.
No leaks yet, is there?
No whole team. Savinho, Haaland, Marmouche. Did someone say Doku? But no Foden. Haaland missed the pen and sent off. Stay humble, John. Dream Team Jord did the same transfers as me this week, but he's gone for Salah cap. And let's have a look. Can't look on FF stuff, but let's have a look at the battle between George and Jord. Captain Salah for George. Captain Bruno for George. Should we get a poll up? Who's gonna get the most points, George or George this week? Who's top spot gone for? Old Maverick. Captain Haaland, the number 1. I hope he wasn't listening. Don't blame me, mate, when it all goes wrong. Semenyo in on that one.
It's updated now. The transfers out and ins.
Ah, nice. Go on. Have you got it open?
Yeah. Most transferred in. Vardio, 48%.
Surprise.
In the top 1K. Second one is, who do you think?
Clivert.
Yeah, 47%. Next.
Wood.
He's 4th, 22%.
Because he was the most transferred in on the whole game.
Yeah.
So 3rd. Is it Haaland? Was there people bringing back Haaland?
Haaland, 30%. And then it's like 9% for Aina, 6% for Foden, Dallo 4. And then you've got a few like Son, Evan Nilsson, Semenyo, Doku, Kirkez, Marmouche, Gabriel. It's like just they're all small in the top 1K.
Nice.
Alps.
Ooh. Trent top. Then
Yeah.
Vardio. Yeah.
74%.
Watkins.
And then 69%.
Watkins.
And the next 2.
Rogers.
Yep, 3rd, 8%. No, sorry, 33%.
And if people were bringing back...
4th is 8%.
People were bringing back Haaland, but that was probably for Watkins.
Yeah.
Was it a Munoz or an Eze or...
No, that a lot of people kept them.
Asensio?
No, it's Rashford, 8.9.
Rashford. I thought it'd be a Villa.
The next one is Villa. Tillemans and Asensio, they're like 2%. Eze, 2%. Munoz, 1%. Neto, Nkunku, Palmer. Some people have had enough of the Chelsea players. Don't blame them, yeah, and then that's it, really. It's all small bits and bobs.
Is the captaincy one done?
Let's have a look. Yep. Ooh.
Is it
nice.
different? Is it different to our poll?
It looks like a Mercedes badge. Like that. 3 different.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I'm still going to say that in the top 1K it's Salah.
No.
Is it Bruno?
Salah's 2nd. 32% Salah. Bruno's 37%. And Haaland's 26%. And
That's
then you've got...
That's not far off our poll, actually. So we've got 350 votes. We've got 37 Bruno. What did you say?
37 in the top 1K. 37%.
31 Salah on the poll.
32 on here.
And 28 Haaland.
26 on here.
That's
It's
not
very
bad,
close.
is it? That's...
And then the rest is Wood 2%, Cliver 0.6, Palmer 0.3. Some people have forgot to take it off Palmer, I think. And Evan Nielsen 0.2, Gibbs White 0.1, and Rashford 0.1. Someone's forgot that one, haven't they? Rashford. Ah, shocking. Oh, the transfers didn't go through.
Or being clever.
Why would you leave it on Rashford? Must have forgot.
Stick your vice on who you wanted.
Yeah.
Just for
That's it,
suspense.
mate.
Cool. Well, good luck, everyone. Apart from Bruno. And yeah, we'll. I think we're still podding. It's an international break now, isn't it? After this,
Yeah.
I think we might do a little chin wag in between. Do a pod. So if you want to become a YouTube channel member, you get access to our Discord community and early access to the pods, or also on patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. Who was your differential of the week?
Mine was Cliver.
What did I go for? Guardiola.
Yeah.
Well, we'll both be hoping they do all right this week. Oh no, you won't.
I'm not fussed now because I couldn't.
You didn't go Clive.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Well, good luck.
I've got him in my FPL team and everything else. Telegraph.
I've got to do that now. Straight on Telegraph. Off of one onto the other.
Cloudy
Right.
Fantasy as well.
Shout out, yeah, if you want to check out Cloudy Fantasy. Where's the pod?
Where's the pod? It's on
Let's find
the
it. Cloud
on
Sky.
YouTube. Cloudy Sky Show. Cloudy Fantasy Sky Show.
Check it out. Cool. We'll see you all on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
That's right.